It's too quiet. What's up?
We're going to have some ambiance music, but we just didn't do it. I don't know. So welcome, everyone, to our third episode of Local Live here at Makin' Music. And my guest today is the Frederick famous Mr. Awesome, Phil Adams of Fuzzy Match.
What's up?
So, we're delighted to have Phil. Phil was one of the first people I thought of when they came up with the idea for the show. He was one of my first suggestions, and I'm really happy that you're here with us today.
It's good to be here.
So I see some people jumping on right now. Remember, ask your questions. We want to know what you want to know. And
ask questions.
You can't wait to tell.
Appropriate questions.
All you do is
appropriate questions.
Well, the first question I wanted to ask you is, how long have you been playing music, and how did you get into singing? Did you always sing? Did you start when you were young? How did you get into singing?
So I'll give you my background. My dad is a preacher, and I never really had to sing. I was more the drummer when my sister wasn't there and I wasn't.
So why don't you drum in Fuzzy Match?
Because I suck.
Okay.
It's also why I filled in
What's
church.
an example of your drumming?
It was like, what is it, kick snare, right? That's the drumming thing.
I got the spirit.
That's it. That was it. And if I got off rhythm, you were just gonna have to come with me.
Okay.
Because there was no way. There was no fixing.
No click track.
That was it.
Just fill track.
That was completely it. So I did that in church, and I would have to be the lead in the church plays, but they never really forced me to sing. I would sing every now and then. And then fast forward to, I guess, 35. I was 35.
Oh, wow.
I was freshly divorced, living on 2nd Street. And
shout out downtown Frederick.
Shout out to 2nd Street. Shout out to downtown Frederick. Shout out to Canal, because I used to go to Canal.
Oh, pouring out for Canal.
R.I.P. R.I.P. to Canal. I used to go over there and do karaoke, and that was like my savior. I used to go there and just rock out Kings of Leon all night till people got tired of it.
So how'd you make the transition from karaoke to band?
And that was funny too, because it's all a karaoke thing. We were on, so my band started as a company band, and my boss, we had our company party on the top of Catoctin Mountain somewhere. It's very obnoxious, Kevin. My band's here.
We have a studio audience,
yes.
So it's growing. So
it was up on a mountain. But anyway, we were doing karaoke, and we were getting very inebriated, extremely inebriated, and singing very loudly. And my boss comes over, and he's like, man, I was in a band at Tulane. We should start a band. And I'm like, yes, let's do that. Let's start a band.
And this is a completely sober idea that you had.
Let's start a band. No problem. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, he's not serious. So I'm going home, and I didn't think anything about it. And Monday I come to work, and he's like, yeah, we got a studio space. Oh, here on 2nd Street above my house. Kevin plays this. Lindsay plays this.
Oh, no.
And he just stuck it together. And I was like, oh, so we're really doing this. We're starting a band.
And I know Lindsay Sherman.
Yes.
Played saxophone. That's
Lindsay,
how I found you guys.
Our reluctant saxophone
she
player.
said, I'm playing in a band. I said, Lindsay, you don't play music.
Exactly.
She came out, and I saw your first show at Isabella's, right?
Yep.
Downtown. Pretty
Isabella's,
sweet.
And that's where we started. So we played one little show at a company picnic, and then we did something outside for First Friday.
Okay.
And people started asking us to play, and I thought it was the funniest thing in the world. So I was like, sure. And it turned into a Fuzzy
So
Match.
nobody thought this was going to be like a money-making or a future, or
No.
nobody really saw through to
We
where
still
you are
don't
now.
think that. We're just like...
You were saying that
we just
earlier.
show up to play.
You're so humble and modest. You're like, we're just like a Frederick band.
We're just a Frederick band. We just show up to play, and we have fun. We have full-time jobs and stuff, but this is our outlet.
But that's why I throw out Frederick famous. Do you get recognized ever? Especially downtown?
I do. I think my wife hates going out with me.
Okay.
But because everywhere I go, someone knows me.
Right.
So it is kind of Frederick famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw the F in the air.
It's just weird to me. It's just weird. I'm like, I play music. I live in Dearborn. It's not like I live on a mountain somewhere. So I'm sorry, but
no worries.
But it's just what it is. But I love it.
So I'm looking to see if anyone has any questions yet.
Appropriate questions.
Appropriate questions. Still saying. I'm saying just questions. What you want to ask. We've got you on the spot and live. I don't see any questions just yet. I see some folks on there. Lindsay's watching actually, so I wonder if she saw her shout out. We've got a bunch of people. We've got Bill on right now. Cool. So I'll ask another one of my questions. What are your influences, as other vocalists that we would know of?
I love all music. I think all music is good music. Well, I don't know. Some of this rap music sucks.
Yeah.
But most music is good music. But when I grew up, I couldn't listen to secular music. My dad, like I said, he's a Pentecostal preacher.
That's so interesting. So what were you allowed to listen to, and what did you secretly listen to?
We could listen to church music.
Okay.
DC talk, things like that, and we could listen to like jazz or Motown. We would listen to. My mom loves that kind of stuff. I could not listen to rap. I couldn't listen to NWA or any of those tapes that I had hidden under my bed.
Yeah.
So I would listen to that stuff on the slide. So I grew up listening to Mahalia Jackson gospel or Keith Jackson or country. Like I grew up listening to every
country's pretty G-rated usually.
All G-rated. And then I would have my NWA, and I would have my Fresh Prince, and I would have my Kid and Play.
Oh, you couldn't even have Fresh Prince?
No.
The Kid and Play?
He was not singing about Jesus.
Is your dad watching this? Let me just look and make sure.
He probably is.
Okay, Lindsay said hi. Oh, Scott Reed is on. Scott Reed, a local, very talented musician.
So.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, so those influence kind of like they play into what we do at Fuzzy Match now because we play everything.
So yeah, what are some of your favorite songs that you perform live? So you do covers.
I do.
But you also, well, we'll save that for later. So what are some of your favorite songs to cover?
I love anything with cowbell. I like Honky Tonk Woman's a fave of mine.
Yeah.
I like So High by John Legend. That's a really
it's beautiful.
That's a really pretty song. Probably my favorite song to sing is on stage, just energy-wise, just play that funky music because we go right into Brick House.
Nice.
So those are my two.
Now you were saying something to me the other day that I thought was really cool. And what did you say your goal is when you get on stage? Like you have one goal.
Oh.
When you look at the audience, you remember what you said?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
And I'm not allowed to curse, so
no cussing, no swearing.
I'll do the G-rated thing.
It's a family show.
Like that's my when I get on stage. My goal is to get you out of your seat. I'll be damned if you're going to be sitting in your seat while I'm up there singing. And that is my goal. So the music starts, I feel the energy, and I'm like, there's at least one song in here that you're going to like.
That's right.
That's going to force you to get up here and dance. And once you're up here, you're stuck. You're not
keep
going
them
anywhere.
up there.
That's what I do.
I like that. So you challenge them.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
Anybody, it's not anyone can sing, but it takes a lot to sing and entertain, and we kind of do a little bit of both.
Well, that's right. It's a
exactly.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm in Vinyl Rhino.
Yes.
Phil.
Actually, a Vinyl Rhino.
Phil, you've been on stage with me. We've done duets together. Yeah,
so it's a performance.
It is, and that's what whenever people, compliment me on singing, I'm sure it's the same with you, that I'm like, oh, thank you. That's like 50% of what I'm trying to do up there. The other 50%, like sometimes you're not going to hit every note perfectly. Right. But if I'm more interested, like you said, in making if I can have one person dancing, that's more important than hitting the high note to me.
It. I want someone else to be as sweaty as I am.
Well, I don't know if anyone's gonna get there.
No one is. No one has ever.
You're pretty sweaty.
I laugh too hard and I sweat.
That's kind of your thing.
So that's it. But yeah, the energy and like music is like nothing else stops music.
Yeah.
You can't stop hearing. You can't. You can cover your ears, but it's still gonna get in there.
Oh, it's super deep.
That's how I like to do it. I'm like, I'm going to get in there. You can sit there and try to sit on your hands and try to sit in your seat. Well, I promise you, I'm going to get you.
You're like the Pied Piper.
I'm going to get you out of your seat. You are correct.
I love that. I've been to your shows. I'm so delighted. Okay, so I think maybe we should have you play a song now.
We're going to do
what do
something?
You think? You're going to perform?
Yeah, we'll do something.
Okay, well.
My guitarist is off camera.
He's off camera. He's keeping his identity secret.
He's incognito.
But you could go to a show and see him there, probably.
So we'll do bartender because we talked about this. Shout out to my man Rick at Isabella's. He's the best bartender ever. We wrote this song. I wrote this song and I was thinking about Rick and the bartenders at Isabella's because that was the first place we played and they always took good care of us.
So before you launch into it, this is an original.
This is an original song.
Which I did not know and I followed you for years. So I'm super delighted for the first time live here, local live, making music. Phil with Fuzzy Match.
This is bartender. I'm going to sit. Have another beer on me. I'm your bartender, you see. I'll listen to your story for a fee, but give you my advice for free. Have another beer on me. I'm your bartender, you see. I'll listen to your story for a fee, but give you my advice for free. He comes in here every night alone, texting on his telephone. He never brings a girl back home. He tells me what's going on. Said he misses family at home. He's always working on the road. Misses his little girl and boy, and tries to replace it with toys. And oh, he can have a beer on me. And oh, he can have a beer on me. So have another beer on me. I'm your bartender, you see. I'll listen to your story for a fee, but give you my advice for free. Have another beer on me. I'm your bartender, you see. I'll listen to your story for a fee, but give you my advice for free. She drives that new car in gear, looking good, smelling good, her hair shiny as a full moon outside. She got the deepest little dark blue eyes. She opens up a drink and she sits, orders up a drink and stares it in. She pays for a drink and she blows, just like every night before. And oh, she can have a beer on me. And oh, she can have a beer on me. So have another beer on me. I'm your bartender, you see. I'll listen to your story for a fee, but give you my advice for free. Have another beer on me. I'm your bartender, you see. I'll listen to your story for a fee, but give you my advice for free. I'll give you my advice for free. That's bartender. And there's the sweat. There's the sweat. There it is. There it is. There it is.
I always thought that you were sweating because you were moving around so
No,
much.
as soon as it starts, that's when it starts.
You're sweating the spirit out, and that's the church.
I don't know what it is. As soon as I start, that's what happens.
Jesus got here.
That's what happens. Jesus.
Well, that was super cool. I think that was awesome.
Shout out to Rick and my friends at Isabella's.
Yeah. Wow, what a great song. And I know it's cool. I hope that they can kind of feel that in the room here. It's a good energy. Okay, we do have a question from Keith Valonis. Phil's bow tie game is on point. That's a comment, but then a question. What is your funniest or weirdest gig?
Funniest or weirdest gig? You know what? We really play normal type stuff.
Yeah?
We really haven't had anything too weird. We had someone bring a panda. You know, everyone's had those heads.
I was like a real panda, like don't play the Catoctin Zoo, and then they have like that thing.
No. Someone brought a panda head out one time, and we all had it on while we were singing. But yeah, usually like our fans are crazy, but they're not like outlandish.
Nothing over the top.
No, and we kind of like pick and choose where we play.
That's good, yeah.
Because we don't want chicken wire and things like that, and throwing bottles. We don't want any Blues
never
Brothers things happening going on. So.
What was your best gig then? What was a gig that just you were like, wow, you didn't want it to end?
You know what?
Felt the energy afterwards.
We did our first wedding. Our first wedding was amazing. It was on the water in Annapolis, and they had like these lights were strung out.
Oh, wow.
And the acoustics were amazing. And actually, this family that we did it, the first wedding we did, I think we've done like 5 or 6 of their weddings since.
Oh, like in the family now, you're like their official wedding band?
I'm not kidding.
That's so cool.
I'm really not kidding. We actually have another one coming up here in a couple weeks. Same family. But it was just like the energy was amazing. It was the first time actually my wife was at one of my shows that wasn't in a bar, so that was also
that's beautiful.
so that was also like fun. But that was like the best gig I think I've ever done, hands down.
So,
shout, people on the floor doing the alligator, like it was nuts.
Yeah, I love the wedding gigs because people are happy, they're dressed up, and there is just like this vibe, this energy in the room.
Yes.
Could be drunk people.
And they're happy.
There's also like an energy.
They're happy, and you know, like those are the best gigs when people are happy and they're just there to have a good time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So Fuzzy Match available for weddings.
Yes, available for bar mitzvahs, bat mitzvahs.
Sounds like this family has you pretty booked up. So if they take a break from getting married, then you'll be. That's pretty awesome.
We do it all. I'll play your christening. Call me.
You're playing.
I don't care.
Well, I don't know if they can. What if they're like 2 and they're like trying to?
It's fine if they're into the music, man. Toddlers dance.
Do you have a lot of family-friendly shows?
Yeah, actually we do. My community pool party every year. We do. My band does. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So we have all the kids come out and they do floats and stuff, and we go to the pool and we play at the pool in Dearborn.
I hear you're really good with kids.
I have 7. I have 7 kids, so I better be good with kids. I have a child at every stage of life.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, are your kids interested in music at all?
They like to listen to it.
Yeah.
They are not performers. I have 7 kids, 23 to 1. And the 23-year-old is in college, and he loves music. He loves music festivals a little too much.
Oh, like the raves that the kids are going to?
No, like Coachella and Firefly.
Oh,
he's at all of them.
The expensive ones.
Yes. I don't know how a college student can afford that. But so he's in all that, and then all the younger ones are like they like listening to the music, and we sing at home, and we sing along, but I don't think any of them have musical aspirations.
Oh, out of all those?
I know. Out of 7, I have good chances.
Well, you didn't get
1.
started till 35, you said. So they've got kids. Don't feel rushed if you watch this later. You have plenty of time. Dad's not pressuring you.
They don't have time. They have time. Some of them don't have a choice. So we'll see. I'm going to pick one out. Whoever's the most talented is going to have to do it. That's pretty much what's going to happen.
It's like survival of the fittest.
Pretty
They're going to have to fight it out. Let me see if we have any questions. We got some cool people on. We have Lindsay is on.
What's up, Lindsay?
Fawn's on, obviously.
Hi, Fawn.
Scott said, hey. He said, nice.
Kimmy!
Patty's on. Kimmy, Samantha, Southern Charm.
Southern Charm. Getting the gig. Getting the gigs all in here,
I'm telling you. Getting the gig. Okay, so this is a question that comes from Gary here in the store, and it's one of my favorite questions, and that is, what is your favorite road food? And so some of your band is here with us today, so I don't know if they find this funny, but sometimes you don't get out of a gig till like 2, 3 in the morning, depending on how far away it is. You have to drive, so you can be hungry on the way to or from a gig. What's your favorite go-to?
Here's the other wrinkle.
Yeah.
I'm a vegan.
Oh!
So
McDonald's, not so much of an option for you.
The fries I will destroy. I will destroy the fries. They're cooked in peanut oil. It's fine. But yeah, I don't really have a favorite road food. I like water because I sweat like a pig and I like to be hydrated. But I can also say that I hate my bandmates because they can eat whatever they want.
Really?
And we sit at the same table before these shows, and it's usually something really nice like filet and all this stuff. And I'm over there picking like vegetables, and I get the rice.
Yeah, at the wedding they get these fancy meals.
And they come with like plates full of beef and chicken and like all this stuff, and they're and cheese. Because I can't eat cheese either.
Oh, yeah, vegan is no cheese.
Yeah, and I never ate cheese before shows anyway. It's not a good idea. And so they're eating it, and I'm like, I hate you guys. I mean, last wedding.
And you get what, like a carrot stick?
Last wedding, I traded my drummer Dylan a piece of steak that was on my plate for his carrots. Who got the best of that one?
I mean, well, I really like carrots, but I'm going to go with the steak. It's probably the better way.
So anything that is vegetable based, I'm okay with.
Well, so that's something, if people are trying to hire you for weddings, that could be a negotiation factor.
That vegan meal in there, man.
Vegan entree. We have a vegan in my band as well, actually. Doc, my guitar player, is the vegan. And they think it's me, so they come out and give me the vegan meal, and I'm like, no, I want the steak, please.
Yeah. He secretly hates you all.
Yeah, probably.
Just saying.
So, I asked a bunch of questions already, but Kimmy has a really good one right now. Do you sing at church now when you visit home? Or they put you right back behind the drum kit where you started out and make you remember your roots.
Oh man, my parents are gonna love this. So, when I visit home, I don't make sure.
Where is home?
Home. So my parents live in Georgia.
Okay.
I am from Boston. So we moved from Boston. We lived here in Maryland for a year, then we moved to Georgia. So they live in Georgia. My dad is a missionary now, so he doesn't have like a church. He preaches at other people's churches now. But as a younger man, I would make sure to come home and leave on Sunday. So I didn't have to go to church.
Oh, no! You shirked your responsibility.
It was terrible. I was like, I got to get back to work.
That's terrible.
So, but now we have like church at home. We have a Sunday, when I'm there on Sunday, we have a Sunday devotion. There's always a devotion when I'm at home.
Yeah.
Because my dad's like, you're not getting to heaven on my coattails.
But so do you sing? Does your dad sing?
My dad sings.
Someone needs to sing at church.
My dad sings. My dad sings a lot. He's the singer.
Okay,
so my dad used to sing all the time at church.
So you get it honest.
Yeah. So like his song was "People Need the Lord." That's like his go-to song, and we make fun of him for it because he would
sing a little of it for us.
Oh man, this is about to
I'm putting
down.
This is the spot, and you're on it.
It's like Jesus. People need the Lord. People need the Lord. In a world of broken dreams, He's the open door.
That's beautiful. That's lovely. Now your dad, that will make your dad very proud.
It will make him proud.
But he may request to be our next guest and try to get on and like one up you with his version.
He's a better interviewer than me, I'm sure. He's gonna crack up.
Well, I think we would like to have another song out of you. I'm going to see if does anybody have any other questions before. Oh, Fawn said your favorite gig food is IHOP.
Oh, I love IHOP.
Is that true?
You are right. Yes.
That's a good one. She came in with the save for you.
That's my babe. Yes, because she knows. Yes, I will destroy some pancakes. Yes. Pancakes, muffins. I stack them up.
So IHOP, that's vegan friendly then.
I'm not.
Pancakes.
Pancakes. I have like butter and stuff, but I'm not like that kind of vegan.
That's okay.
I'm not like that.
You gotta draw the line somewhere.
I do because I need to eat. I'm a big guy.
You gotta fuel all that sweat.
So exactly. So I can be selective, but I'm not going to be selective at my own detriment. My stomach will be full.
So again, fans of Fuzzy Match, if you're out and about, you want to make Phil happy after a gig, just run out 15 minutes before, bring him back a big stack of pancakes.
That's it.
And the rest of his band will have the steak.
And some vegan recipes. And throw them the eggs and stuff. I'll take the hash browns.
So do you want to give a shout out real quick before we do this last song and name some of the members of your band?
I do, actually. My bandmate is playing the guitar. His name's Walt.
And what kind of guitar is he playing? Someone can let me know? Because he's not on camera, but.
Martin D28.
A Martin D28, which you can purchase here at Making Music if you like the sound
lovely.
of it. It's in this room. It really sounds beautiful.
It sounds lovely. But Walt's like, I call him a beautiful mind because he keeps all the originals. I write the originals and I don't play an instrument. So I write the lyrics
so he has to really
and
work
the tune.
With you.
Exactly. And then I go, Walt, I wrote this song, here are the lyrics, and I sing it for him, and he bangs it out.
Awesome.
And then we turn it into a song. So I call him a beautiful mind. He's a beautiful mind. Trust me. And then Brian's like saxophone, bass. He does all the extra stuff that keeps me sane before shows. And then Kevin does everything. Kevin.
Keys, right?
Kevin does keys. He plays the tambourine. He sings. He does all of our booking. So Kevin, don't come to me at shows because I do not know when the next show is.
Whenever we come to us lead singers, we're like, we have people.
No, dude. Kevin, ask Kevin.
Hang out.
Kevin is like, he has. If we have a manager, it's Kevin. Kevin is our manager. And then there's Smith, who's not here because his dog passed away. So R.I.P. To his dog. But he's not here. But he's our guitarist.
And he's the one that got you into singing.
Pretty much.
He's the one that
he was my boss.
So that's cool.
And I was like, oh, my boss wants to start a band. I don't have a choice.
Well, I speak for Frederick in saying we're grateful that you used your bossly powers to strong arm him in. And then last but not least, who is on drums for you?
And we have my man Dylan Baird. Dylan, I don't know where he is. He's probably skating or on that damn motorcycle. And I tell him, man, you gotta be careful on a motorcycle because I need you for gigs. I need you.
Yeah, band members doing dangerous sports puts fear in you.
Yeah, Dylan, that's my man. That's my guy. So
cool.
He's our drummer.
So this has been Local Live with Making Music. My guest today, the very super Frederick famous Phil Adams of Fuzzy Match. I'm Ashley with Vinyl Rhino. And they're going to take us out with one more song. And I think this is another original.
Yeah, we're just doing originals. I
love it. That's super cool. You're our first guest that's doing originals. So what's this one going to be called?
We're going to do Home.
Home, okay.
Oh, man.
All right, Fuzzy Match.
So just a little, before you get started. This song's about my daughter. And I wrote this song for my daughter. So I will try not to cry during this song. It's so good to have you home, voice in my ear instead of on the phone. And this house just ain't a home if you ain't here. 'Cause you've been gone for way too long, and all I do is sit here by the phone like a firefighter waiting to put on his gear. It's so good to have you home. It's so good to have you here. It's so good to feel your touch, 'cause when you're gone I miss it so much. And the world just ain't the same without you by my side. I need to run and hold your hand, write our names out in the sand. 'Cause when you're gone my life it just ain't right. So it's so good to have you home, here with me tonight. When you go away, you stay away for too damn long, too many days. And I'm just sitting alone, minding this cold beer. 'Cause when you're not at home, your pillow's cold, and I can't stand sleeping alone. 'Cause when you're gone, all I do is live in fear. So it's so good to have home. It's so good to have you here. It's so good to have you home. It's so good to have you home. So good to have you.
Woo!
Yeah.
That was beautiful. That was really, really good. I can't tell if you're crying because there's so much sweat, Phil. Like, you have like cry camouflage. It's awesome.
I hate that. It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Well, Phil, it's been my pleasure to have you. Thank you for being my guest today.
Anytime. I love it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please check out, when is your next Fuzzy Match show?
Kevin, when's our next show?
April 28th is a wedding.
April
so
28th. When's our next
you're not invited.
show?
When's our next
29th?
public show?
What's that?
What's the next? 29th? Blue Sky?
June 29th, Blue Sky.
We'll be at Blue Sky June 29th.
Blue Sky,
Come
downtown
touch the ceiling
Frederick.
with me at Blue Sky.
Come request one of the songs you heard today.
There you
And again, this is Local Live at Making Music. I'm Ashley of Vinyl Rhino, and my guest today has been Phil with Fuzzy Match. Thank you all for tuning in.
Take care, guys.
Thanks. Yeah, I am.
Man, had to pick.